tackle him. Failing towards the end, I would suspect. Leeds kick off. And that's a good kick off from Tony Kemp, going straight into touch. So the first scrum of the game in the first seconds of the game.
Not making many yards. This time Harmon goes. Both these props for Leeds have put a lot of effort into this first almost 20 minutes. This is Kemp. This is what's been worrying me. Kemp hasn't been in the game. This time he turns George man. This is Cummins. That's a perfect try. And Cummins just dives in before Stock got a chance. I was just going to say that I was a little bit worried because Tony Kemp hadn't been in the game at all. The first time he has a go with the ball, he opens the door. Half a metre away the ball's played. This is Kemp. This is Gibbons. Gibbons steps inside the defence. And again, Tony Kemp, the fulcrum of the moment of the first half. We'll be suffering a bit of oxygen there as Craig Innes goes through. This is Tate. And he's over the line.
Mercer quickly in acting half, finds Gibbons. That's for Tate. Tate, a long ball coming out and Leeds. Innes. Inside ball is for Cummins. Cummins is in for the try. And Leeds are going to go in at least 22 points up at half-time. Francis Cummins has his second try of the afternoon. Just a couple of metres short, so Leeds really pressing strongly. Great piece of play from Alan Tate to turn defence into attack. Kemp again. Forshaw. Mercer's in for the try. And really, that's just as far as Sheffield are concerned. Not what they wanted. 45 minutes gone. And Gary Mercer over for Leeds. And throws away an interception pass there. And Sodji getting involved in something that didn't concern him there. 10 metres from the Sheffield line. So Leeds, at the moment, just not able to crack open the Sheffield defence. And Dave Gibbons steps almost over again there. Gibbons gets a good ball away. That's out to Cummins. And Cummins will score over in the corner. That's his hat-trick for Francis Cummins. So Leeds now looking to spin this ball wide quickly. No better than Tony Kemp having it in his hand. Hanley finds George Mann. Dropped off inside for Craig Innes. And Innes is determined, I think, to score. That's out to Francis Cummins. In fact, it's out to Paul Cook, who's on the field. So Cook gets a try and puts Leeds further ahead in this game. Great play from Leeds there. Dodging, looking to get out of the finds Richard Price, and he's very strong near the line. But that's a good tackle from James Lowes, who just stood there and waited for him to arrive. Should it in again. Puts a cross-field kick in. And Jim Fallon and Bright Sodji can watch that. That's the end of the game. 34 points to 16 to the Loyalists. A game that was always really on for the Loyalists. On the 33rd minute when they made it 18 points to 2. Fiercely competed local derbies, and I'm sure that Castleford, even with a weakened side, will certainly give all. And that comes Ian Smales, who immediately runs in there to Mike Forshaw. Oh, and Kemp. Some problem there, referee. And Tony Kemp's in for a try, and that's going to be allowed, is it? Yes, that's a try, and that's the second time in 3 weeks that Tony Kemp's taking advantage of slack defence at the tackle. Oh, that's a good ball to Ido, and Ido now puts the pedal down in the middle of the field. Ido stretching out, goes himself, Ido. Smith brushes Tony Smith off. That's going to be a great try. Well, you won't see a better try than that all season from a better player than Kevin Ido. Leeds attacking now. They'd love a try just before half-time. Kemp, that ball's for Forshaw. Forshaw stepping, going himself in for the try, Mike Forshaw. Good play from Leeds, right from their own quarter. Finds Schofield. Schofield finds Ido. Ido, that's the worst pass you could possibly put out in that situation. Ido could have gone himself there and scored the try. And Leeds have got the penalty. And Leeds looking to run the ball now. Dave Gibbons, what can he do there? Throws the ball out. Schofield with the ball in his hands. Can't get the ball away. There's the end of the game, and that's a great victory for Castleford this evening. Leeds will be absolutely distraught with that. No play added on for stoppages time there. And Leeds, despite the fact of a penalty there on the last minute and a lot of pressure on that.
He's in absolutely tip-top condition. Apparently they've got pop-up sprinklers, as Wigan have got here, and it looks to me like a snooker table at the moment. It's marvellous to see as Leeds get the game underway, and the ball in the hands immediately of the Warrington left winger, Mark Foster. Scored 3 tries on his the opening game.
But it takes 3 Warrington players to knock him down, and I think Leeds have got to get the game together now. Too much of these long lob passes. Kicked by Kemp high into the night sky. It bounces and Leeds get it back, and there's a chance now for Cook. Cuts inside, looking for support. Mike Forshaw, and Mike Forshaw touches down, and that all started, Jim, with a kick by Kemp, and nobody went for it until it had bounced. And the criminal sin is you never let the ball bounce. Warrington did. Is it Mal Jones? No, it's Phil Sumner. Now Shelford puts a kick in. He's taken by Fallon, and he gets out. Now Fallon into the break now. He's got Iro on his outside, but he's not seen him. He's not seen Iro well. No. And Schofield arms out, and Fallon still going. Puts the ball out now to Cook. And Cook now, and Leeds are looking at the Warrington defence at 6 and 7. Now it's Cook. It's Cook. He's going to score in the corner. And just on half-time, Cook scores. And I think that Leeds, perhaps, Fallon, he got both. That Warrington hand. Now Leeds with Kemp. Kemp not made many breaks tonight. Iro down the middle of the field. And there's Iro, he's got Kemp with him. He's not going to use him. He's going to use him on the outside. Kemp now to Jamie Loads. James Loads over for the try. And there's a bit of a scuffle there. Touching goal. And Lee Penny picks it up. But he's one of these bright youngsters who were Great Britain. And it looks so Leeds. Is there going to be a penalty try there? I'm wondering. Or just a penalty? It's a penalty try. And he's been awarded to Gary Schofield. Gary Schofield somehow got possession of the ball as he kicked it on. Whether it was a slow play the ball. No run around. Kemp breaks a tackle. He's got support, but he keeps it himself. Gets it away. It's picked up. Is it by the ever-present shot? Is it at... I can't see who it is. His number obscured from here. But now it's Schofield again. Tries a long ball, trying to miss out man. Iro to Cook. And Cook just puts the ball down for yet another try. And Cook... Score sheet yet. Here comes Shaw. He's trying. He's not on the score sheet. But the way he's buzzing, he's trying hard to get onto it. Gibbons attacked in halfback. Schofield. He's got Tate. Tate through the gap. Tate scores. And that was simplicity itself.
The story of Warrington tonight, they've lost the ball on so many occasions in really good positions. Alan Tate, as I was describing before, running across the field, still trying to get away, gets the ball back onto Iro. Iro this time running straight, going to be difficult to put to ground. Still going is Kevin Iro, spins the ball beautifully there. And Iro gets the ball back. Still going Iro, finding it hard to give the ball to give the microphone to Stan here at the moment. As Shaw comes around, still going forward. What a beautiful break! And that certainly deserved a try. And it's going to be Schofield who will score. An absolutely superb try for Leeds. Really made, I think, by crossfield run from Alan Tate, who's
6 down at one stage, but they didn't panic, they didn't get flustered, and there goes the hooter. So Leeds win this one, their opening game at Headingley by 40 points to 6. They were leading.
They put me on the wing tonight. I've come on, took it with both hands. All my family's been very supportive. They've rang me up all day when we having a bit of nerves and that. They've all said, take it with both hands, have a great game. Like I did tonight, I come on, scored my first try and then scored my second try and then kicked the goals, and goals are just bonuses really. It's better if you score a 6-point try than a 4-point try.
There's very few teams, and my colleague here from St Helens, Ron Hoof, there's very few teams in the Rugby League without a former Leeds player in.
Yes, maybe so, Stan. they certainly move about a bit, don't they? And Leeds are going to be playing down to the sponsors' boxes for the first half, and Saints up to the electric scoreboard end. As you said, Leeds a good win midweek. They got beat last Sunday at Castleford, maybe a shock, a game they should have won. And as you said, the Saints, they just didn't compete against the old pie eaters. We just 32-0 at half-time, and some of the Saints speckies very disillusioned.
Now they're trying to move inside, and here comes number 10, Faimalo. Now they've got St Helens under a bit of pressure. It blows a kick in by Iro. Was he suspended? Was he attacked? Fell in for a try. We're looking for it. Who's the try scorer there? It out to left to Schofield, and now it's given back to Schofield as they do the little run around. Well, they're Tate up into the line, brings in Cook trying to go to the line. It's number 13 Forshaw who followed up Cook. Well, Cook put Forshaw in for a try on Wednesday night against against Warrington. He's done it again against St Helens. Forshaw in for the try. No Leeds players in support were perhaps thinking that they got Lowe's tied up, but they hadn't. Now Schofield to Iro. Iro is picked up well by Tate. Long ball out to Cook in for the corner, and that's another try. And that long ball missing out Hassan, but Leeds in for another try. Chris joined in on that tackle together with Bernard Dwyer. Lowe's now. Little kick through it. Darren did not touch a player. Schofield in for a try, a good try there. Well, what can you say about that? Now Leeds leading by 22 points to 14. Schofield, a far ball to number 16, Nick Fozzard. Nick Fozzard making a break, goes over the try line, and that was a smart pass by Gary Schofield there. Move up quickly because they know that what Fozzard can do now. They've learnt their lesson in those seconds when he got the long ball. Schofield to Tate. There's an overlap on this side. It's going to Cook again, and Cook puts the ball down, would you believe? And Tate and all the Leeds players are really... It was a revelation against when he came on as a substitute against Warrington, signed from Elland Rugby League Club, Amateur Rugby League Club, and he's running from half-back corner. Now Faimalo coming through, Leeds going through, Forshaw getting through now to Mercer, out to number 14, and Francis Cummins in for a try, and I think that took advantage of the extra man there, with Leeds moving it very slickly. It would be a lot better, but and they could ask the referee and it wouldn't happen again. Well, there goes a hooter. So Leeds 2 points now. St Helens have lost their second match on the top, and they'll be absolutely gutted, not only by last Monday's result but by today's. A lot of effort by both sides. Leeds have won this game this afternoon at Headingley by 36 points to 24. But and there's a gap there. It's close. Forshaw takes the ball and now into the Halifax defence, but there's no support with him, so he takes it as far as he can. He looked around to see where the support was, saw there was none, and ran it as far as he can. Now a long pass by Schofield into Cummins, and Cummins scores a try, his 5th try of the season. He's down with Shaw. Now it comes to Kemp, and a run around by Schofield. A long ball by Craig to Craig Innes, and Craig Innes for a tie, and that's just what Leeds wanted in the early stages of the second half. I saw him in his early days with Oldham. He had a sort of a narrow haste. Now there's a chance here for Leeds. They're taking it out on the outside, and it's Jim Fallon. Jim Fallon puts the ball down. It's kicked away. Halfback. No idea from time you see a proper tactic halfback. Here comes the run around by Kemp. Now Leeds are going to stretch it again. Fallon, he's got a cuckoo slips, and Fallon goes over the line through a tackle. Number 16, Fozzard on now, an 18-year-old prop. St Helens will tell you all about him as he ran through for 2 tackles. And now it's Leeds on the attack. It's going to be Craig Innes in again. We're put in, and Leeds he's underneath the post this time. Now Leeds trying to fan it quickly out to that left-hand side. Now Cummins, can he break inside? Comes inside, breaks 1 tackle, coming over the halfway line, still going, he's still going to go, he's going to score this time, he's going to be very hard to catch, but a good tackle there, but has he got to try down? Has he got it over the line? Because that was a good attempt, and he's given the referee, the in-goal touch judge there, Now Leeds move it quickly. There must be an overlap on this side, but Gary Schofield waits in, waits the ball bounce, picks it up, and then puts it down for a try. The referee, although he'd given a try, did a quick check with his touch judges to see where they were. But again, trying to get more points out. Craig Innes in for his third try. Is he in? Yes, he is. Craig Innes in injury time. I believe that Leeds would have got 60 points against a very good Halifax side. Strikes the ball, and he does make it 60. And Darryl, well, you must be wondering why you've made the journey down here this afternoon.
Most of them played for them anyway.
Well, they did. Here's Forshaw, runs over the top of Donovan. Last tackle here for Leeds. Lowe's gives it to Tony Kemp. Tony Kemp out wide to Innes. Oh, it's a great try. Craig Innes hit the ball at pace, particularly when Schofield is not in the side. Here's Kemp again. Now Gibbons. Gibbons, he misses out Harmon. He finds Morley. Morley striding towards the line. Gets the pass away, and Fallon will score here. Jim Fallon with the try for Leeds. A few more seconds up. That's on the way. He's kicked that, and that's curtains for Leeds. 26 points to 12. A famous night in the capital.
Always a good game between these two sides. Usually over the Easter period, one of these games. But of course, the change in the Rugby League structure of fixtures this season, ready for the Super League, which starts. Actually, now it's Forshaw. First touch of the ball, receiving from Kemp. So Leeds now will attempt to run it out of their line. The supporter arrived and his arms were pinned. Now down the middle, and here comes Kemp. He's got Schofield. Forshaw in for a try, and that is Forshaw's fourth try of the season. And Kemp made the break there in superb style, with Craig Innes scoring. And he's going to come through again, and it's Tony Kemp who bundles off the Bradford player, Gerald Caudle, to score. And immediately, it's what Leeds wanted, because within seconds... Defence are there, though. Now they fan it to the right. We got and in for a try. It's Neil Harmon. The pass by Schofield, outflanked defence. The gap was there. Harmon saw it, and he went in for the try. Leeds at the moment haven't broken this Bradford defence down to 12 men. They've got to take advantage of this with some points. Now, can they do it now? Kemp, long ball. There's a gap there. In comes Goulden. Goulden in for a try in the corner. And Leeds draw level at 24 each. And we've had some 22 minutes play of this half into the vacant Bradford area, defensive area, and chase. And who knows, it could pay dividends. Not kicking it at the moment, trying to outflank Bradford. Georgeman breaks away for tacklers, gets the ball away to Shaw, and if Shaw gets into the clear, they're not going to catch him. That could have been a free kick as well, because Caudle rolled over. Now, ball on the far side, Innes. Now, Francis Cummins, he's got one man to beat. He can't beat the tacklers. Inside now to Jamie Lowes, and Jamie Lowes scores, and they take advantage of that man extra, fanning the ball quickly out to the left, back inside, and Jamie Lowes goes over for the try. They'll be happy about that in the south stand, as you can hear from the cheers. Bradford Northern want it to be well, a little more. Long pass there, well taken. That looked a forward pass. Knocked down, kicked on, but it's a wasted kick, and that will be a scrum down. Leeds should get head and ball to that one. And there does go the hooter. The crowd will go oh happy. The majority of it anyway. It's been an exciting game. Leeds coming back from a 10-point deficit. They put that defeat at London Broncos behind them, but at what cost? Leeds 32, Bradford Bulls 30. Well, welcome to Headingley for this Stones Bitter Centenary Championship game between Leeds and Workington. And I must say that conditions here not ideal for rugby league really. A brisk wind blowing from left to right straight down the pitch. And Leeds all day has had squally showers, and perhaps be one or two during the game this evening. But we hope that both sides put on a good display of rugby league football. George Mann into the heart of the working events. Now Leeds set up a platform for a good attack. Long ball, Schofield. They can outflank them here. And it's number 11, and in for a try. And that's Adrian Morley for his first try for the club. Shaw. Nobody goes with it. It's a bit quick. It goes through the break. Shaw still going. And Shaw, what a try that was. A great try. He saw a slight gap, went through it, and as the cover came to him, he accelerated. It's a wonder George didn't take it to run on himself there. Kemp, a run around by Schofield. There's a gap there for Schofield, but unfortunately he hadn't got speed up to take advantage. Schofield handled it again for the third time. Kevin Iro, and Iro is in for the try. And that was created by Gary Schofield there, who handled the ball 3 times in that move. He's busy putting his shoes and his boot and sock. Mick Shaw straight away from one, and he's on with the line, and he puts the ball down, and Shaw gets his second try of the evening at the side of the post. And Leeds at the moment are ruling the roost and really bossing. 3 there. Shaw gets down on the knees and manages to get it away. George Mann wants to get it away, but he decides to take it on. He's got support, and he's got Craig Innes away, and nobody will catch Craig Innes. And he goes to the post and puts the ball down. So within a couple of minutes of the restart, Leeds move further ahead. That's that put Craig Innes in for the try. Iro running across the face of the defence, goes through the middle, he's got support, he's going to himself, and he's going to score its own, and he does so. So within 2 minutes, so we've got 2 players who can be the acting halfback. A run around by Schofield, goes through a gap, he's got Iro on his inside, feeds him, sidesteps him, and then scores his 3rd try of the night. So within a minute, Jamie Lowe's it was, not Tate is 15. Now Schofield kicks over the top, and he's immediately knocked down. Is it going to be a try? It's a try. The referee waited for advantage there. Craig Innes still going. Number 14, Francis Cummins, in for a try. It's taken by Kitchen and moved it on to Burns, who the second half has moved into full-back condition. And there goes the hooter. No time for any more points in this game. There's been 62 points scored as it is. Leeds have got 50 of them, Workington 12. So Leeds, their last home game before the break for the World Cup, beating Workington Town by 50 points to 12.
Yeah, obviously 8 weeks away from the first grade, and it's pretty good to be back, and obviously on a winning note.
Did you find it fast?
Fortunately for me, I had a reserve game last week, but I've also been training as well against a lot of doctors' rulings. But you know, I've kept myself physically fit, and I've tried to do as much game-orientated fitness as much as I could, really. And as far as I'm concerned, it's paid off, you know.
And the liners then, Paul Cook to get the game started. Kicks long and hard, and the wind just catching that one, and it's picked up by Paul Topping on his own 20-metre line, and Leeds quickly into the tackle. Morley and Ayres. That's good second row play from the 2. Schofield again. Will he put boot to ball? In fact, he runs the ball, finds Kemp. Lovely ball out there. This is going to be the first try for Leeds, and it's going to be Kevin Iro after his hat-trick the other night, who goes over for the try. So the first attack that Leeds have had then to bring the ball away. The long ball is out for Kemp. Kemp finds Tate. Tate gets Fallon away, and Fallon's up the hill to go. Ranson's chasing him. Fallon taking him on, still going Fallon. And this is for Tate to score under the post, so good play from Fallon there. Waited, didn't want to run himself, waited for Alan Tate to catch him up. And Laws is quickly acting half-back. Finds Kemp. Kemp running with the ball up towards the Oldham defence, looks for the gap, finds a gap, spreads him wide open there. Gives the ball to Neil Harmon, and the prop's going to run in from 40 yards, 30 yards. Props in for the try, Neil Harmon. Will that trial get longer as the distance increases tonight? He'll have run in from halfway by the time we get back on the coach. Run the ball away for Leeds. Another Leeds try would certainly sew up the game if it isn't already sewn up at this 20 points to 8. Schofield gets Innis away. Innis, ball out to Iro. Iro taking him on. Gives the ball to Schofield. Schofield's in for the try. Hitchison will chase him, so will Mike Neal, but they won't have the legs. Schofield runs away and puts the ball down. Well, you said that another try probably wrap the game up for him. Now carrying on the good work. Oh, Richie Ayres to a gap there the size of a train, and Ayres is over for the try. That's a try to Leeds. Iro Leeds looking to move that ball out wide. Iro fill the gap. Iro rampaging forward, down, taking men on. Golden on a good tackle from Topping on Golden. Read the situation well there. Lowe's carrying on as Leeds get the roll on now. Forshaw. Oh, Forshaw's going as he got Guinness with him in support. That's a good try to Leeds. Good play there from Forshaw. Got the ball away, Craig. Guinness was in support. In the middle. As far as the lanes are concerned. Schofield gives Ida the ball on the short side. Fallon away there. That's good running from Jim Fallon. He's got Schofield inside him. Taking Wally Gibson on and going in for the try himself, Fallon. Straight from the base of the scrum. Good play from Leeds. And there goes Ahuda. So Leeds have it then, 43 points to 14. It was 12-2 at half-time. And Leeds wasted no time in scoring in the second half. 45 minutes it was when Neil driving forward. Leeds, what a good time this would be for them to score, just 4 points to 0 down. Fozzard drives forward, great play from Fozzard. Out of the back door to Lowe's. Lowe's steps inside. Lowe's has got Schofield in support. Schofield's going for the line at the side of the post. That's a great try to Gary Schofield. Leeds back in the game and back with a bang. And it's that man Gary Schofield atoning for his mistake, and that's the 300th try of Schofield's career. What a magnificent career he's been, and he scored some great tries, but I'll tell you what, he won't have scored many more important than that one. Almost through the gap, pulled back there by the shirt, Mick Shaw, so 10 metres short now. What can Leeds do? 11 points to 6 to trail, 58 minutes on the clock. Schofield, lovely ball out there to Kemp. Kemp's run around with Schofield. That's got Leeds have got space now with George Mann in support. Oh, what a pass, and what a try to Leeds. Alan Tate, well, he's only just come on the field. He's touched the ball 4 times and he's over for the try, which brings Leeds to within 1 point. Great play there from Leeds. Man's up to the full-back. He's got Kemp in support. He's not going to need him. He's going over for the try. Well, what a try for George Mann. That's sensational play from George Mann there. 25-30 metres out when he got that ball. Looked to be no way through. Great play from Mann. Iro finds Fallon. Fallon checking, steps inside, pushes off Paul. That's great play. And again, pushes off Edwards. What a strong man he is. Alan Tate. Lovely ball out there. Kemp. So Leeds looking to open out again with Innis. Innis sucking in the defence. 3 men on him. Oh, what a pass. Oh, what a try. Paul Cook's over in the corner. What a try for Leeds. He's going absolutely bananas, Paul Cook there, but what a try that was. And the quality of the pass from Craig Innis. Well, you'll have to see it again to believe it. Out of the... That Wigan knocked on, so they'll have a tap out. Certainly his ball was not touched by Tate. That's the final whistle there. It doesn't matter, it's all academic. Leeds have won 23 points to 11. A tremendous game, which they trailed at half-time. Thanks to the 4-0 to the Robinson's try. They hit back on the 43rd minute when Schofield had a try which Cook converted to make it 6-4. And then Offier had a try after Cook's mistake, 10-6. A drop goal from Martin Hall, and tries from Tate, Mann and Cook with 2 Cook's goals and a Schofield goal. Leeds then, superb display, 23, Wigan 11.
And the Leeds backs all lined up, ready for what should be the eventual strike. In their favour, which it is, Craig Innis. And I think but Kevin gets the ball away, even though he was half tackled. Fallon going round the outside, takes on McAvoy and goes in, and already being directed by his colleague to go into side. So Fallon scores a try. If you don't wrap him up on the top, somebody will get it. Now Mick Shaw, so just grabbed by his ankles by Panappa, still gets the ball away. The tackle not effective, and Tate running through the gap, got support, and it's Kevin Iro, and Kevin Iro's going to score, and he does so. Shaw this time come left. Kemp, nobody on this side. There is now a low ball, well taken by George Mann there. Certainly wanted a good pass. He gets the ball away in the tackle. James Lowe chases it to Kemp. And now Neil Harmon. Schofield, still going. Fallon in for his second try. Kemp organising the Leeds attacking move, and with the ball himself. Kevin Iro, Jim Fallon, hat-trick. Attack. Back to Neil Harmon, standing still, but he gets the ball away to Schofield. Now Schofield. Now here comes Lowe's, and Lowe's struck out the tackle. Schofield, Fallon, and that's number 4. Well, it's easy. A good tackle by Peter Edwards. Moving down this side, Craig Innes dies, he's got no support, going around the outside, beats one tackle, and Innes is going to score, and we've got a try in the left-hand corner. And not being given much room this half. Now then Cummins, if he gets into the clear, he could be away, and he's going away. It's Francis Cummins is going to be caught, and he's taken play from one end to the other. And Salford defence is not all back. And the chance for Leeds now, Schofield through the gap. And there he goes to try, George Mann. Schofield. Tate into the gap. Tate scores. Simplicity itself. James Lowe's one sock down and one sock up like a refugee from the television programme Just William. But Harmon now. Schofield, kick over the top, and there's an obstruction there. But is Schofield going to win this? He does! He touches down. And Salford and players shaking, and Leeds players shaking hands with each other. Leeds through to the next round of the Regal Trophy. The final scored headingly. Leeds 46 points, Salford 22.
Yeah, they put us on the back foot. They started getting a bit of a roll together. Their forwards started hitting the ball on the advantage line. They was getting some good yardage. We were slipping off a few tackles, a little bit of indiscipline. Again, just put us on the back foot, and they sort of got the backs up. It gave them a renewed hope, and they seen they could put some points on the board. So we just had to sort of weather that storm and come back again.
Well, back onto yourself, because you seem to be playing as well as ever you've done in your career. Superb. You're taking the ball up well. You're taking players on.
That's right. I mean, that's what I think. I would say is my game, but a lot of it's gone down to the month off that we had from domestic football. We had some very tremendous, intense training with Edgar Curtis, the weights trainer, and I think I've benefited from that as well as the other boys have, and I think it's made me a better player. I feel a lot stronger, so that can only show on the park.
Ball from Leeds, but really they're going nowhere, and we're up to the last tackle again, and Leeds are back on the 10-metre area. Man, Schofield now, what will he do? Will he put the kick? Looks to drop inside for Neil Harmon, and Harmon's in for the try. That's a try to Neil Harmon. Schofield looks to go himself. It's a good ball out for Iro. Iro gets the ball out to Fallon. Fallon catches the ball. Is he in for the try? That's a try in the corner. Certainly looked to get the ball down before the flag went over there. The touch judge, no problem about that. Schofield. Long ball out there for Fallon at the corner. Back inside for Iro powered in for the line. Still going Iro, puts an eye down, that's a try, and that's going to win the game for Leeds.
Obviously the conditions played a big part. Probably the coldest game I've ever played, being sat on the bench. But yeah, the main thing is that we came away with the 2 points, and that's what we came up here for.
The difference in the game was a try scored just before half-time. The only point scored at the far end of the ground into the teeth of the gale, and they're in.
Yeah, well, I think that must have been one of the only times we held the ball for 6, and we managed to get a good kick in. We got a bit more pressure, and we got the ball in the right areas. Obviously, I think the wind died down in the second half because they could get a half-decent kick in, and obviously Tony and Gary can kick a ball a long way, and they just weren't making 10 yards.
I don't know, so Leeds to kick off through Graham Holroyd. And there's immediately a knock on by Mark Aston. Possibly the wind just held that back a little. So already the wind has probably played a trick or two already. George Mann, ball gone back again. Now Tate up in the line. There's Forshaw. Bad pass to Fallon, he had to wait for it. But then took it inside, now Iro. Iro puts a kick in. If it bounces, he's going to score. And it does, and he does. Reverting to their old colours, I think, during the Super League when it starts. George Mann gets it away to that. It is. He's got one man to beat. He goes down the fullback, but he's got support there. Ball goes back. In fact, it touched the player, and Cummins picks it up. Going down the tackle, but Harmon is going to score, backing up. And all that was 11 minutes gone. With Leeds
Stacking D on their left now. Long ball to Kemp. They have the numbers. Mann in his. Cummins, great try, Leeds. Classic football stand from Leeds. Allroyd, stacked deep on this side, Leeds. Allroyd, onto Iro, that's a great ball. Iro dummies, then eventually finds Tate. Tate goes through to Cook. That was never a try. Oh well, it was a try. Great try as it turns out. I thought Paul Cook had dropped it before he hit the line. As Anthony Farrell busts away. Great work, Anthony Farrell. Anthony Farrell setting Tate up. Oh, he's got past Tate, he's set him up wonderfully. He's going all the way. What a try from an international player. He had 3 men in support though. Great try, Anthony.
Started off well in the first half. The first 30 minutes again, it was similar to Salford, and we eased off a little bit towards the end of the first half. It was all our fault, really. You know, I mean, there's no excuses. We took us foot off the pedal, and we lost us ball control and that sort of thing. And we let Bradford get going, and we beat ourselves nearly again.
To get the game started, 7:45 kick-off owing to the traffic. And Kelly Shelford immediately looking to bring Paul Sculthorpe on the run, and Forshaw's up quickly. That's good defence from Leeds. Dermot's in at the tackle. Houston Ellis, who's only a mere boy, having plenty to say. Well, that's ridiculous. Man send off there for what looked an innocuous looking tackle. The Leeds really up against it now. Tackle Leeds 10 metres from the wire line. Took for Allroyd, puts a grubber kick through. And that's a try. That's a class piece of play from Graham Allroyd, and it's about the only thing in any class that Leeds have done all evening. That was a lovely cover tackler, which was Andy Correa bring him down. A long ball from Allroyd, he's straight into the arms of James Lowes, drops off in the middle of the field, and Alan Tate takes him at a try. It's all academic, but it's something for the Lioners fans at the back of the sticks to cheer about. That's good football from Leeds, moving the ball out in the tackles. Thursfield comes across to cover. And really, and that's great for Leeds. The Hooters gone, they'll be happy with that. 14 points to 47 they've lost here this evening to a rampant Warrington side, belying the fact that they've had some poor results recently, coming back to form, whereas Leeds look to be going the other way.
Perhaps seeing the lighter side, many players giving a penalty away. That's classed as his end now, Stuart.
Yes, very lucky there, Wayne Parker, because it was just frustration on his part that the pass had been knocked on, but he certainly kicked the ball away. And Leeds will go to scrum again. They really need some points now, Leeds. They've put a lot of pressure on the Halifax line without being able to have anything to show for it. That's a good ball now. Anthony Gibbons going himself for the corner. He's in for the debut try, Anthony Gibbons. Good play there from the scrum. Great play from Craig Innes. And that's Anthony Gibbons.
But Leeds with 6 more. There's a great by Cummins through the middle. Round the despairing tackle of Carl Gillespie. To sound. That's 2 points well earned for Halifax. Leeds without the likes of Iro, Schofield, Fallon, but take nothing away from a Halifax victory. 2 hard-earned points.
Last time these two teams met was in the 1988-89 season, the Challenge Cup, when Leeds won 24-4 here. And Andrew Ettinghausen scored a try, and John Bentley scored 2 tries and also kicked 2 goals on that afternoon. So it's Holroyd who gets the game underway. And it's going to be, see if Leeds can keep Carlisle pinned in their own half of the field. Willie Richardson, the division side will tackle. Just depends how much steam it takes out of him, he's tackling. So, certainly when he's trying to take out now Lowes. And he got Cook on the outside. James Lowes. Cook can go down the touchline. He can. He's going down the touchline. And he scores in the corner. Prop. Steve Briley, who finally puts Neil Harmon down, and Leeds move it out right. Now a chance here with men over. Iro moving it out. Iro rush through a tackle. Dummy to pass it out right. Went through the tackle by Manihira. The score. The ever alert Mick Shaw. Holroyd got support on his outside. His man Craig Innes. Craig Innes tried to blast through. Still going Craig Innes. Gets the ball out to Francis coming. Just see what the referee decision is there. And the referee says it's a try. Keeps hold, and rightly so. Holroyd chips it through. Can he collect it? Dribbles it through. Dribbles it past the player and picks the ball up and touches down as cheeky as you like. At that moment I thought Gibbons had dropped it virtually, but Innes, Innes puts the ball down despite the fact that Carlisle players trying to pull him back. James Lowes, Gibbons does the run around, collected this time by Gary Mercer. And Mercer through the gap, straight into the line. Got support, Kevin Iro looks like he's going to pass inside and then took the ball on himself to score a try. Pat each other on the back. Ball comes to Iro. Breaks away from a tackle, runs through a gap. He's got support there. Anthony Gibbons, can he make it? Yes, just makes it. Referee signifies the try. So Anthony Gibbons, persistence paid off. Beat them by sleight of hand there, but the Carlisle were not to be amused. Shaw in for a try. And George Mann, Lowes, Mick Shaw should say, Mick Shaw through a gap, and Shaw gets his second try. I'd be disappointed though to have let 4 tries in from a second division side, but as I say, they never stopped trying to play, did they?
No, they never. Games like this, when you play second division clubs and first division clubs, they're always hard. You don't know what to expect from them, and all credit to Carlisle. They come here, they've played well, they've scored 4 tries, and hopefully we can go into the next match against Bradford next week and concede no tries and try and pick up on this game today.
Well, into the semi-finals of the Regal Trophy now, and hopefully some silverware at Headingley.
We know that Wigan, Warrington and St Helens are going to be there, and yourselves are the 4 semi-finalists. Any particular choice?
No, you've got to, whoever we get now, you've got to play in the semi-final or the final anyway, so anybody really, I don't know where they're going to be played, if they're at home or if they're neutral grounds, so anybody really, and whoever we get, we'll just try and put one over them and, like you said, get some silverware.
Leeds using that blind side. Anthony Gibbons stepping in there, but Bedford used to practice this week as well. George Mann just driving forward, just 6 metres short of the line now. Dropped off ball there for Neil Harmon, and Harmon is in. The judge is looking there. Any awards are tried on Neil Harmon while the man's in there. And if any awards are tried, man at acting half finds Gibbons to Holroyd. Holroyd through the gap there. Beautiful skills from Graham Holroyd. Backs his own pace to go in at the corner. Hands in for the try there. Class play there for the class player Graham Holroyd.
And will that win the match? Neil Harmon hit the ball at pace and was not going to be stopped.
And Featherstone before finally going, and George Mann in for a try, and that's what Leeds wanted. A quick reply makes it towards the line. Jamie Lowe takes the blind side, tries to go through Paul Haff, and it's only with the assistance of Mark Ryder that he's tackled successfully. Jim Fallon in for a try, moves it out. But now Anthony Gibbons out. Francis Cummins through a gap, and he's going down the touchline. Can they get him? It's still going. Francis Cummins into the post, and that is a classic try by the Leeds three-quarter. Can Leeds put another little kick in? Coming off, Nose and Lowe takes a kick. It comes off a London player, it changes direction, but Lowe's is going in the right direction as the ball. And his worth tonight, they wanted to... And if they've been missing... Now here comes Gibbons, in again for a try. And that's Anthony Gibbons. And Leeds. And there goes the hooter on the last move of the match. John Scarfield can't make any ground, and he sits on the ground, probably a bit disconsolate. I suppose all the London team are a bit disconsolate. The Leeds crowd aren't, the Leeds players aren't. They're happy.
Well, you were playing out of position at stand-off half. How did you enjoy it?
Well, I like the open spaces, and I suppose, stand-off was a place I had to plug. It got thrown upon me, last night, and so I play anywhere in the team, and stand-off just happens to be where it was for me tonight, and it's one of those things that came off best, and it's good luck for the team.
Well, you went behind to an early try, but it was your try to help to put Leeds level.
Yeah, well, the best thing was we had to compete, and hopefully, if we led from the front, it'd be hard to pull us back. And like as the game went on, everyone just got more and more aware of themselves, and like I say, it brought all the young fellas through.
It was one of the elder statesmen of the side tonight, and I mean that kind. I mean, in experience of rugby league football, you helped to guide and show the young ones how to go tonight, didn't you? Well,
the stage was there for them, and every time they come up, they probably just lacked something. But today showed that they, reputations count for nothing. They were there, they were ready to put the Leeds jersey on and fight for their position. So it just creates a healthy environment for our coaches and for Leeds itself.
Now Kemp this time. And the try. We'll have to wait to see what the referee's decision is. He's given a try. Sheer weight of numbers there. Now Leeds fan it out quickly to the left-hand side. Now George Mann, Forshaw, Carl Hall in for his first try for the club. And that possibly vindicates the choice of Leeds. Gazzo throws the referee on the toucher to get involved. Harmon does a dummy. Gets away to Schofield. Golden inside. Golden to the line. Is he going to the post? for a try, and Marvin Golden command this game, certainly. The ball up in the air and Schofield takes it, but it chips over the top, and then he's knocked down. And the referee will have nothing of that. And then an interception try! Well, Nick Howe, who usually puts such good passes out for his side, really put a silly pass there right on his own line. And Leeds has a word with Nick Howe. Schofield kicks. But it doesn't make any difference. There's a try on here for Marvin Golden. The pass out by James Lowe's. As Schofield appeared to be off. How have you settled in? Have you settled in well with the boys? Are the boys taking to you?
Well, I normally go out with Kevin Ira and Tony Kemp anyway, so I've spent more time with the Leeds players than I did with the Bradford players, so I knew them all, and yeah, I've settled in well, and it's been good.
Is the style of play very different from the Bradford style?
Yeah, it's very, very different. Leeds have got more class players, ball players and that, whereas Bradford, they're all just hard toilers, they work hard and that, but Leeds play an attacking style of game, and that, you know, that's what I like.
Well, back to today's game, it was a very hard, and Castleford took the game to you right from the start. They led early on, but you took the lead just before half-time and never relinquished it.
Well, Castleford, they're a class side as well, you know, they play attacking football, but I think we owed them one. I wasn't here when they played at Cass, but I think Cass bet them there, so we just dug deep, and the spirit at the club, I think, is coming really well now, and we're all getting on, and I think we're all playing for each other.
Well, that's a team performance, but I'm thinking about the try of Francis Cummins. He won't get an easier try with an interception.
Yeah, it might have been an easy try, but he still had to be in the right place, you know, to score it, so it was good awareness from Franny to be there and, you know, to where he chucked the ball without looking, and Franny picked it up and scored a try. Any try, you know, they might be easy, they might look easy, but, you know, you still got to be there in the right place to score them, so it was a well-taken try.
And I think that Nick Howe must have wished the ground would have swallowed him up at that moment.
Well, the fans let him know all about it, didn't they? So, yeah, that's the way it goes.
As you say, the fans let you know all about it. Let you know all about when you scored the try as well. I think you enjoyed that, but as I say, winning pay, that keep the run going, isn't it? You can keep it going, I hope.
Yeah, well, you know, we've got a big game coming up against Wigan. Unfortunately, I'm cup-tied for that game, but if we can keep our winning run going till then, you know, who knows.
All right, again with the football in his hands, gives it to Schofield. That's a lovely ball for Carl Hall still going on his feet. Schofield takes it. That's the first try of the game. Cleverly worked move there to Leeds. Schofield's in for the try. Nice short ball for Carl Hall. Ankle tapped. Not tackled properly, said the referee. And Fogarty in at the tackle. Fallon now spots the gap. Goes himself. The match in half. Straight through 2-3 tackles. Straight through 4 tackles. Gives the ball to Lowe's. Lowe's finds Hall. And Hall still going now. Marvin Golden had come inside, so there was no one out on the wing for Carl Hall, but Leeds bringing the ball away. That's good football from Leeds. All right, in the stand-off position. Cuts through the gap. It's the ball away to George Mann. That's good play. Innes through the gap. Still going in. He's stepping inside. Going. He's going to score. Innes. Well, all of St Helens defence got in the way of each other. Lovely play from Graham Allroyd. Tremendous play from Graham Allroyd. Took the men on, got the ball out of the tackle. George Mann did the rest, and Innes in from 30 yards with St Helens. In half again, McShaw, and that gives it to Gary Schofield. Schofield's balls for Mann. Mann looks to go himself, puts Carl all the way down the far side now. All's got men there in support. Oh, and All's in for the try. Well, that's a great try to Leeds. I thought Steve Prescott would have the legs there. Wrong on Carl Hall. He's not the fastest of men. In fact, Gary Mercer, perhaps uncomplimentary, said he runs like a little pig when he's running away from market. His legs go 90 to the dozen, but he certainly had the legs on Steve Prescott there.
Yes, he did well, but good.
Paddy McDermott, just nothing fancy from McDermott. Just takes that ball down, gets to his feet, plays the football. McShaw scoots from acting half. Scoots again, McShaw still going. Is he going to go over for the winning try? He is. Over for the winning try, McShaw. That's just what Leeds wanted. St Helens couldn't keep the pressure on Leeds. That's good play from the Liners, right from their own line to the far end in 1-6. That's the end of the game. Interesting to see how the youngsters of Leeds cope with the youngsters of Wigan. I think one of the big battles will be Adrian Morley and Jamie Field, the Leeds 11 and 12, and Scott Quinnell and Simon Orton. in the Wigan pack. Graham Holroyd just taking his time, as you'd expect, to tee the ball up on the sand. It's a very, very important kick-off for Leeds. They'll be looking to keep Wigan pinned down in that quarter. And the crowd already giving Holroyd the bird, the ball falling over a couple of times. So Holroyd gets the game started then with a beat, long, high spinning kick. Leads it up quickly, and Henry Paul's underneath. And already a couple of missed tackles for Leeds as Paul allowed to make a couple of extra metres. Leeds with men to spare on this far side. Can he get the ball out? Holroyd dummies, goes himself, turns it back inside. That's a try to Leeds. Good play from Holroyd and great support play from Harman. But Leeds last get on the scoreboard to make the scoreline. Drop off is for Holroyd. Holroyd can't come back inside Henry Paul. Morley, he's in for the try for Leeds. That's a try to Adrian Morley. Last tackle. Leeds have got men to spare on this side if they can get the ball across. George Mann's in for the try. And Sean Edwards absolutely furious, but Leeds, it's all consolation, but at least George Mann's over for the try now. Gets Golden away eventually. Golden skips, steps, dances, goes himself. Very strong Marvin Golden, but not strong enough to get through Gary Connolly, who covered really well there. George Mann's in for another try. And Leeds again reduce the scoreline. Henry Paul. And mercifully for everyone from the Leeds, that's the hooter. Great performance by Wigan. Led 20-0 at half-time and sealed the game with 2 tries in the 45th and the 49th minute, when Connolly and Robinson went over for tries. Henry Paul converting both.
Do you think that the guys will take any lifting for tonight? Do you think they're ready to bounce back after the defeat at Wigan?
Well, I think it's very easy for any team to come from a loss, more so with us, because we know that we had the game if we had played it for the full 80 minutes. We only played for 30-odd minutes in the game, and we accredited ourselves quite well. But no, I think tonight's going to be a game where the players come back. They come back with a good attitude, and then hopefully have a good break and look towards the game against Wigan in 2 weeks' time.
You know, this game can't come quick enough for us, really. It was a big disappointment again, failing the semi-final, but I suppose a positive thing about it, we never gave up, and as long as we learn from this mistake from Saturday, it's going to put us in good stead. But yeah, we're looking forward to tonight's game.
And a lot of Leeds teams in the past would have probably given up on Saturday and got beat by 50-60 points.
Yeah, maybe so. And I say a lot of people have pretty happy that we didn't give up. But at the end of the day, we still lost, didn't we? And we still missed out on a major trophy. So you know, as long as we learn from that, and I say that we can pick ourselves up. And again, this game can't come quick enough for us.
Try and give away 2 points. Rather, but they've taken a quick tap of Leeds to try and get hold of. There's men over here. And then goes Fozzard, and Fozzard scores. After only prevented any chance of him getting the ball away. Oh, right, Tate. Well, they stopped Holroyd, got into position, stop him passing the ball out to the right, which they thought he might do. He's taking it into a danger area. Schofield, long ball. Here comes Fallon in for the try. All fed out quickly to him by Carl Hall. Firm on the first tackle anyway. Long ball, Schofield. Taken up by Carl Hall, inside now. Craig Innes, Schofield! Schofield in for the try. Well, there'll be a lot of talking points about this game one way and another. No matter who you support, whether it's Leeds or Oldham. So Schofield, a vital kick. If not, he's got to put it dead and hope Leeds get it back. But he's put it in! And the roar of the crowd tells you that Leeds have taken the lead. They've got to run it out now of Oldham and get down the other end. And there goes a hooter as the Oldham player is bundled into touch. And some Oldham players just cannot believe what has happened to them. Leeds led 20 points to 12 at half. A try and 2 goals from you at the death.
certainly did it for Leeds.
Well, he did, but you know, I made some elementary mistakes in the first half, and you know, I said to the guys at half time, you know, I'll make it up to you, and you know, I was fortunate to be in the right place for Craig Guinness is there, and you know, there wasn't anybody else to take the goal kicks, and you know, the two went over, didn't they? But I say we don't take any satisfaction out of this performance, and very disappointing, and especially since it's the last one in the centenary season and playing at home. But yeah, we've managed to win, but that's the only consolation we can take out of this.
That's good Wigan defence, wrapping him up, can't get the ball away in the tackle. Barry McDermott, straight rampaging down the middle, gets a good ball away to Holroyd. Holroyd will take men on, gets the ball away to Laws. Laws won't have the legs on Rydlinski, but good play from Leeds, good support play. Holroyd quickly back to his feet and gets up to acting half. Inside balls for Tate there, Tate will go under the post, will he? That's a try to Leeds, Alan Tate, good play from Leeds, at last putting something together. Moses in acting half-back, Leeds looking to spread the ball. Schofield, not a good pass, it's picked up by Anthony Gibbons. Gibbons finds Innes. And is Innes in for the try? Elsie awards a try. Shaw, man out wide now, running, looking to... Oh, and he's got Craig Innes with him, and that's... Tigamala's running Innes down, is he? That's a try to Innes, he's second of the afternoon, outpacer to covering Tigamala and Rydlinski, so good try there to Leeds. Schofield, long ball out there to Man puts Innes away over on that wing position. Innes is away again, he could be in for his hat-trick. Takes Rydlinski on, Rydlinski hasn't got the legs on Innes, that's Innes' hat-trick, and a fine hat-trick it's been for Craig Innes this afternoon. There goes a hooter. Leeds 20, Wigan 34. So honours about even in the second half. It was 24 points to 6 at half. Leeds in the first 15-20 minutes of this game, looking to cause an upset early in the proceedings. And the ball immediately for Adrian Morley to run out of defence. Morley. All right, Schofield. All comes in, drops inside for Cummins, but the Swinton defence there, swarming over in numbers. If Leeds can get the ball out to the right now, there are a million men over here. All right, we'll run at the defence. It's a good ball out for McDermott. McDermott, lovely ball there for Tate. Tate heading for the corner, gives it to Fallon. And Fallon's in for the try, and Leeds at last get over the whitewash there. It was obvious if they moved the ball out there that they would score. We're 3 metres short, so Leeds with a couple of tackles left now. Schofield, all right, fine Schofield running out there. That's for Forshaw. Forshaw's in and Carlisle's in for the try. Well, that's something for the Leeds fans to cheer about there. Shaw goes himself up to within 5 metres of the line. Harmon's in at acting half. Now Leeds are missing James Lowes this afternoon. Finds for Morley. Morley's in for the try. This time there's no denying Steve Cross can't disallow that. Adrian Morley's in right at the side of the post. What can Holroyd do with the football in his hands? Finds George Manuel, gone to stand off now. Holroyd again. Holroyd's coming in and he'll come round under the post with Holroyd. Holroyd scores a try and he's then interfered with. For the try, takes the ball on the short side. Takes him for the try. That certainly won the game for Leeds.
Gary, this Silk Cut Challenge Trophy has been at Central Park for 8 years. Do you think there's a team here today that realistically has a chance of breaking that sequence?
Well, hopefully yes, but as we all know, Wigan have got that experience, and you know what they call it in their system is the fight factor going out the Challenge Cup, and but at the moment we're just concentrating on Warrington, and hopefully we can win this game today. Then we can meet Wigan, you know, whether it's the next round or the semi-finals or the final.
Neither Leeds nor Warrington, though, have shown the form that they would have liked really coming into this trophy. Has that improved?
Oh yeah, it has. You know, we struggled last week against Swinton, and you know, Warrington at Oldham last week, a very impressive performance. Obviously, with the management of Alex Murphy and John Donoghue, it's got the place buzzing. And as you can see with the crowd today, you know, the Warrington faithful are looking for a Warrington win. But there's plenty of fans from across the Pennines from Leeds, and you know, we're hoping to stay in the Challenge Cup and go to Wembley for the third time.
Thanks, Gary.
Distributing well in midfield.
midfield. That wasn't the best of passes though, but it's Kemp all the time who's trying to get this Leeds team moving. Forshaw. He's got 2 or 3 man overlap on the outside. Long ball there to Willis at the corner. Oh, and it's a try. Superb effort. It was the long pass that did it. Held up there by Chris Rudd and Lee Penny. But just a metre from the line. Holroyd trying to switch back. Can he get the ball away? He does. To Shaw. Man again. Willis is out there. Quick pass. And it's a try. It's Carl Hall who switched from the right. It's Forshaw going for that line. He's a real live wire. Holroyd, he's got 2 or 3 outside him. Oh, the grubber kick is on. Hall is down there. Was he held back? No, says Mr. Morris. The grubber kick once again, giving Hall the opportunity to nip in there, get his hand on the ball. All you need is downward pressure.
And the word from the dressing rooms at half-time is that you can expect Tony Kemp to come back on for Leeds in about 10 minutes' time. They feel that their game...
Oh, and Harvey Howard, just a strong plunging run there. And Howard is over. Taken Warrington by a surprise. Well held. Matthew Schultz looking to pick up a try. Holroyd. Well, that could have been called crossing, but no. Holroyd is in. Oh, the gap opened out wide. I think 1 or 2 of these. Good determined running there by Schultz. Howard, and again, just look at that prop forward goal. I said he was a wingman in his youth, and that certainly was a fine turn of speed. 35 metres there from the prop forward. Puts the pressure on Warrington. Holroyd, switch inside to Forshaw. Well held by Penny. The 5th tackle. Perhaps a little grubber kick from George Mann. No, the pass to Cummins. Oh, and Cummins strides in there. I think everyone was expecting the little kick. Certainly I was. We were all proved wrong.
The Challenge Cup here, and this is a marvellous victory for Leeds. They'll be very pleased with this performance, and we can see it in their play as the game finishes.
Well, Leeds certainly the victors. 30 points to 10, 6 tries to Leeds, 2 to Warrington. That tells the story. And Dean Bell there, well, a very satisfied man after 2 visits away in the 4th and 5th round. I'm sure he'll be looking for a home tie at Headingley when the quarter-final draw is made on Monday. But those statistics...
Just running into Anderson there. Holroyd's ball is for George Mann. George Mann stepping, trying to go himself. Good tackle from Rowley, just brought him down. And Halifax have a man down injured. And guess Kemp switches play to Holroyd. Holroyd looking for runners, finds big Kevin Iro. Iro looks to get on the outside of Schuster. Stepping, going inside, still going Iro. It's a ball away, that's for Francis Cummins. Cummins is in for the try! Oh, wonderful play from Leeds. Halifax defence opening up there, and Francis Cummins, they couldn't tackle big Kevin Iro, and that shows just how much Leeds have missed him in the last few weeks. Leeds again strongly in the Halifax quarter. Holroyd has a football. A long ball out there to George Mann. Mant, Iro. George Mann is in for the try. Yes, he's in for the try. That puts Leeds 10 points ahead. So again, Leeds attacking down this side. George Mann's at acting half, goes himself. Not a good pass, but it's picked up by Anthony Gibbons. Gibbons spots the gap, goes himself. Has he got the legs on Craig Dean? He has indeed, and he's in for the try. Well, that's brought the deadlock, and Wayne Parker absolutely furious because that was a shocking pass there from George Mann. He's quickly in to play the ball. Carroll takes a difficult pass and takes it well. Iro spots the gap, goes himself from acting half. It's a lovely ball away to Hassan. Hassan's got the pace up the touchline side. Dean's coming across to tackle him, but I don't think he's going to get there. That's a try to Hassan. Class play from Kevin Iro, and Hassan goes over there in the corner. Showed his pace there, Craig Dean. Showed what he is there, a half-back. Plenty of pace over the first few metres, but not the pace to go there at the end. So Leeds hit back superbly well there. Under a lot of pressure, but that's straight from the scrum there. Good play from Kevin Iro, and Phil Hassan's gone over in the corner. In fact, Francis Cummins had a big season. George Mann, is he going into the corner? He's in for the try! Kidding the Halifax defence there, using the... Now he's that wise. That's the ball away to Holroyd. Holroyd steps, looks to go himself. And Wall is in for the try, and that's going to get Leeds into the semi-final. Class play from Holroyd. Halifax. That's Holroyd, who's taking control in the middle of the field, finds Forshaw. Forshaw's away, Anderson's chasing him. Still going, pass for George Mann. George Mann's out to Gibbons, Gibbons out to Iro. Will Iro score here? Yes, he will score there, Kevin Iro. Eventually, as you said, Darrell, you hoped he wouldn't score, but the big man eventually does get over on the scores.
Halifax, the best showing in the Challenge Cup for quite some time. And on the afternoon, they've gone out to the better side, despite coming back from 10 points down in the second half. Leeds.
The second semi-final. Paul Loughlin to take the kick. Joe Lydon and Steve Sims alongside me. The fans are not too sure who's going to win. The coaches weren't too sure. What about you, Joe?
Referee again, Stuart Cummings. He's seen it.
Good scrummage there from Leeds' point of view to Kevin Iro. Oh, not be penny from him. And Francis Cummings here. It's a race for the line. He's got the pace. He's got the speed. And as I expected, Leeds straight back. A superb movement there.
Medley.
And there is the final hooter. The Bradford players and Robbie Paul leap in the air. And those Bradford fans, they've waited an awfully long time.
Well, you, Super League coming into force in March, big change to the game. Are you ready for it?
I think we're ready as a club, and I think as individuals we're fairly well ready at the moment. Super League's going to be great for the people and for the game itself, and it'll be great to see spectators here at the grounds with shorts and t-shirts on and enjoying the weather as well as enjoying the rugby that goes on out there. And I think generally the game is looking forward to a change, and summer rugby is probably a change that they well need.
You've been here just for the first season so far. How have things gone?
Things have progressed better than what we thought at this stage. We still got a heap of changes to make within the place, and that's just structurally. And we hope that the players can respond to that, and we know the supporters will bear with us for the period of time that it'll take for us to change. But we're not expecting 100% change straight away. It's going to be a gradual thing within the confines of what we've got to work with, and making sure that the players can adapt to what we want them to change to, and that's been the hard part about it. And I think the players as well as supporters have seen that there has been a fair amount of change in attitude within the place, and that's been great for us on the paddock.
Do you think worldwide Super League is necessary to improve the game?
It has to. Rugby League needs something. From Australia's point of view, it needs to expand the great game that it's got. From the English point of view, it needs to expand it to bring in people to come and watch the games, because as we all know, it's been well documented that the game was dying. Super League has given a lifeline to everyone to expand the game and to bring in some revenue and some new supporters that they haven't had in the past, and not just to expand it here in this country but obviously worldwide.
Exciting times?
Oh, it's very exciting times, and if we can look further down the track and hope that we're in a situation where we can be in the World Club Challenge to take Leeds Rugby League to a new fan, a new spectator, but also to people who are totally foreign to this game. It has to be great for Leeds itself as a club, as a community, but more as Leeds as a city, and that's what we really need to push. Leeds Rugby League as the big in the big picture, being part of a setup or a club that is going to be seen internationally.